How do you, how do you qualify winning and losing in your own brain? I was just, we were just talking about a deal a little while ago, and
It's a great question.
I was just telling somebody, I don't ever lose. So even if I don't get the deal, did I lose or did I win? What else is going to come from that? And is it a running tab? And are you tallying up every time somebody said no to you? If you tallied up every time you said no to everybody, every time, if you tallied up every time somebody said no to you, and you counted that as a loss, then your losses would be way more than your wins, bro.
Right.
But really, you got to peel back that layer and say, did I really lose, or was that just a no? And am I going to win later? Like if I lose today, but I win real big 5 days from now with in the same situation, the same exact person that you felt you lost with, did I really lose? That's why I feel that in this game of unwavering confidence, and I call it a game because until you have it, it's a game. Your conviction is not going to be there. Like just because you tell yourself, I command millions of dollars into my pocket, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen. You actually have to have that confidence. But once until that point, you're playing that game, and that game is a game of patience, because you could lose today, or you could feel like you lost today, even though you didn't really lose, and then everything could come back around full circle, and you're the big winner tomorrow.
That's right. It's all about perspective, and it's all about staying positive. That's why I was saying, like, the negativity, I can't have that. So yeah, if you start to feel like you're getting little losses, you're going to get more losses because you're focused on it, and now you're like, oh, I lost this, I lost that. And if you're just like, doesn't matter, I'm going to fix it, I never lose.
Yeah, I never lose.
Then it doesn't affect you in any way. You're still positive. You still have the unwavering confidence, and now you can move forward and act like a winner. It's just about how you're going to...
not act like a winner. Be a winner.
Be a winner. But at first, like you said, so act like isn't a good word, but in the beginning, you have to, when you're first starting this, you have to make yourself believe it. And like you said, it's going to waver. So like you may spend 10 minutes telling yourself something, trying to feel something before you start your day, and then 5 minutes you have a bagel and you lose it. You forget about it till 6 p.m. Over time, it'll last longer and longer, where like a little bit of time will go by and then you say, oh wow, I lost it, let me get it back. And now you start to live in this higher, just happier, just more confidence, which only then good things start happening to you. And I think that that's really important. I think that not seeing the perspective is a huge part of it, and not seeing things as losses is just a tool in the toolbox of how not to get negative.
So here's a message for all the young men out there, because nobody cares about young men, and that's a big problem in society today. You've been in a relationship for 3 years. You had some good times. You had some bad times. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't great. And you love this girl. And you guys break up, and you're sad. But then as a result of that, XYZ good thing happens. You get time to work on your business.
That's right.
Because everything takes time. Being in a relationship takes time. Happiness, sadness, everything takes time. Free Spiritual Bliss University lesson: if happiness is the goal, then you're already focused in the wrong place.
That's right.
Greatness, nobody says.
Happiness
nobody
is not the
says
goal.
You're supposed to be happy.
Yeah.
Right? Because your happiness may not be what betters society and it may not be great for the whole, right? So if you're sad that your girl broke up with you, well, I'm sad for you. But really, there are greater things on the horizon with the time that you now have to work on yourself while you're unhappy, to become better, which may or may not make you happy, because money definitely buys things, and it buys nice toys, and it gives you these temporary moments of happiness. But really, the unwavering confidence, I believe, is what will bring you to a happier place, even though happiness is not the goal. And once you have everything locked in and you're on your path of what you know, you're outside of the relationship, you're on your path of what you know, you are grateful for what you have in your hands. What was the third one?
You're focused on the right things, and your mind and your heart are connected.
Right. So you're on the straight path of what you know. You appreciate what you have. As a result of that, your mind and your heart are won even without the girl, and you become better for society. Isn't that better than being happy? Isn't being useful and being able to give and being able to help and being able to collectively pull people together, isn't that better than happiness?
Yeah, and a lot of people, especially in America today, they think like happiness is the goal. And I think it's Shia LaBeouf is the one that, there's a great clip of him where he's like, I used to live for my own happiness, and now I realize like that's not the point. Like now it's not about my own happiness. I forgot exactly what he said, but that's where I first heard this, and he's right. And what you're talking about, that'll take you to an even better place. You might actually, what is a real transcendent experience? It's not happiness all the time, but it's a joyful experience that lasts longer. Even if your girl leaves you and you're sad, you can recognize that sad emotion, but you're so, like you said, overwhelmingly confident in yourself. It's really her loss, right? Like, there's no way to do you think there's ever a scenario where a girl would leave Trump and he would be like crying over her? Could you ever see that happening? Or would he just be like, that's your loss? Like, what would he...
Well, we're talking about what we know, and now another door has opened. I don't think that winning necessarily has an impact on suffering. I think that suffering may cause winning. I think that winning may cause suffering. And I think that it's just one big cosmic loop of feelings that you can either recognize or not recognize. And the more used to feeling those feelings that you are, like the gladiators in the arena, embracing death and training hard every day for the glory of death. Think about that. Not even the glory of suffering. They suffer every day for the glory of death.
That's
right? And yes, they're slaves, but those are the ones that appreciate what's in their hand.
That's right.
And maybe sometimes maybe somehow, some way they'll get more.
That's right. Looming death will certainly make you more appreciative of what's around you. But you don't need it. You can be focused on these things and stay focused on the right things, and it will help you. And the most important thing is staying positive, right? It's what you're talking about. Break up with the girlfriend. Like I've been thinking while you were talking just here, like, what is a loss?
What is it? What's a win? What's a win also?
Right. Like when you say, like, I haven't lost anything ever. What have I really lost? Have I had bad business deals? Yes, but I didn't lose anything. Maybe some money. But to me, I don't consider that a loss at all. And that's the truth. I'm sitting here trying to think of something I would really consider a loss. Even breakups. Like, I'm at the point now where I know I'm moving forward. I know good things are going to happen. Like, so it's all up to you on what you decide your own metric is for winning and losing, right? If you are doing something that you enjoy, you have all your needs met. You and I are both very fortunate. But as long as you have your needs met and you're grateful, decide for yourself what's a loss. Because you're right, you don't want to focus on that. You don't want to focus on anything negative. Will deter you. Anything that your brain starts to interpret, it does attract more of that. It's weird. It's very strange. It's some type of, I don't know. I don't know if you're building your own reality, if you're attracting things. I don't know what specifically the mechanism is, but it's true.
Free Spiritual Bliss University lesson.
Yeah.
Winning implies that there's a competition.
Right.
And if your competition is with yourself and not with others, and you're becoming better every single day, because you could always choose not to play with others. You could always choose for that to be irrelevant to you, and your only competition is with yourself. And if you're better each and every day, more money, more things, those are the things that most people can equate to, that they can relate to that, and they equate that to success. But really, how many people did you help today? How many people called you and asked you for advice today? These are all big wins when you have more people calling you today for advice than you did yesterday. When you fix somebody's sink, or you or you talk them off the ledge because they feel sad. They feel sad about something that happened to them, and you bring them up out of that sadness and help them to realize that they really didn't lose anything. is that I think that's a win for you. I think it's a win when each and every day you can be better than you were the day before.
So what's a loss? I think that's a great, I love that. I'm going to use that for myself as a win.